Right, after a very, very slow start this morning, I'm going to do a collective card reading from the fairies, tuning in, finding out what the messages are for today, see what we get out, going live. Does anyone know how to record these lives? I've tried downloading it to my phone, it won't do it. Message from the fairies for today, for the collective. It's the Chariot. So the Chariot is taking the light and the shadow, harnessing both energies and moving forward fiercely in a new direction, which is brilliant. I'll go to bottom of the deck after. We want the Oracle Fairies to see what they've got to say along with the Chariot. So give us something along... Oh, blimey, that was quick. Inspiration. It's very much their hair, if you can see that, their hair is, you know, almost like blowing in the wind. They're both moving forward at a fast pace. Inspiration. There's been inspired glasses. Inspiration to move forward in a certain direction. Let's have a little read. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from a fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. But like I said, their hair is so similar. Can you see that? They're moving forward. Inspiration. Getting inspired to move in a new direction, harnessing this light energy and shadow energy, harnessing both to move forward. Inspiration. Right, bottom of the deck, I'll do that after. And then we want whispers of healing. Let me know if the sound's okay. Whispers of healing. Give us something to go along with inspiration, Chariot, and inspiration and the Chariot. Inspiration and the Chariot. Yeah, sometimes it pops, sometimes it don't. Inspiration and the Chariot. What have you got? What can we have along with inspiration and the Chariot? Oh, I've never known them to take this long. There we go. Interesting. So, Guardian. This is about being protected. Again, it's a 4/4, so it's an 8. 4 and 4 is 8, Master Healer. But that ship is our ship coming in. We've got guardians looking after us, is what that represents. We'll get deeper into that. So if you've just jumped on, we've got the Chariot moving forward, inspiration, and the Guardian, which is a number 8. I think the Chariot is 7. Anyway, bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands represents, we've got a wobble going on. The Two of Wands represents an opportunity, a gateway. And this is what feels like the Chariot is doing. Moving forward fiercely because they've seen or have been presented with an opportunity or a gateway. They're making agreements. They're making agreements to move forward. So that is like a gateway that's opened up, and with the Chariot, it's taking control of one's life, harnessing the shadow and the light and moving forward with inspiration. This gateway could have come through an inspired idea. But there's guardian, which means it's protected. Ships coming in. So that was bottom of the deck. Also, we had inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So whatever this inspiration was, it's got her leaping in the air, like childlike. But it could also be inner child healing, but it's about getting back in touch with that inner child and making life fun again. They're absolutely surrounded, and again that's the heart space as well because it's pink. Now, bottom of the deck also we had, it's a 4 again, so we've got 2 4s there. We've got barriers. Now this is about breaking through barriers. This could be self-limiting beliefs, or it could just be barriers that are being put in front of us. And again, she's on her dragon. Now, whenever I see dragons, I know that's the inner fire. They've talked about the flight of the dragon, you know, in Notre Dame and all of this. But and we're in the year of the dragon. We are breaking through barriers that we've never gone through before in this lifetime, in past lifetimes. Limitations that we're breaking through. But the dragon represents the fire inside. It's about harnessing your own dragon. I don't know if any of you have seen, I only watched it recently. I wanted to do an actual live on it about what's it called, Game of Thrones, and that woman with the dragons, and she let the power go to her head. She fucked up. She was distorted divine feminine in the end, and he became the divine masculine and divine feminine wholeness in one. If you watch it, you see it from a different perspective, from a spiritual. There's always a spiritual lesson behind these, but this is harnessing the dragon and breaking through barriers. That was bottom of the deck there. So we're going to go a little bit deeper on this Chariot. I should have tagged a few people, but once it's up on the page, it's up on the page. I've taken my earplugs out. I'm absolutely and utterly fucked off with them. But really OCD with them. And I thought, you know what, I can't be doing this anymore. I can't be bothered. So I've taken them out. I'm not looking too great, so it's just as well my nails are done. The Chariot. Give us a little bit more on the Chariot. Moving forward, harnessing. So the 8 of Swords is limiting beliefs. A feeling of being stuck when we're not actually stuck. It's all in the mind space. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't leave there. Oh, I can't. It's a can't. Mind space, feeling of being trapped. But that's what, you know, the Chariot comes along. She's freed herself of this feeling of being trapped, because one of these, I don't know what they're called, but this one here is the shadow and this is the light. And this feeling of being trapped or mental entrapment is part of the shadow work. So she harnesses that and she moves forward. I am no longer stuck in this energy. And the Five of Cups, I'm no longer settling for less than I am worth. I am moving away. I'm using, you know, Five of Cups energy is disappointment, emptying out your cup in the wrong places. Again, that would have taken going into the shadow, having a look at where this cup has been emptied out, and harnessing that. We may have had guardians protecting us during that time. And then we move into the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillments. But you can't expect any wish fulfillments when you're stuck or feeling stuck in an Eight of Swords mindset. So the Chariot comes along and moves us forward. And then we have more opportunities of creating our Nine of Cups. We may have had inspiration about what does your Nine of Cups look like? What is those wish fulfillments that you've always wanted to do? Let's have another shuffle. I'm going to put the Nine of Cups over with inspiration. Oh, that went funny. So there's been a period, or there is a period of healing. This is sleeping, meditating, but they're both having a rest. They've gone through something and it's now time, it's a healing period. Sometimes when we look outside and we think, oh my God, the weather's shit. Yes, it is shit, but what can we do during that shit weather? I know when it's sunny, I want to get out. But when it's shit, it's time to withdraw within and take some time out to do some healing, have a rest. Now this has come, or this has been brought about because there was clarity around something. The Ace of Swords represents the truth. So there was a truth that came to light. It pierced through the rose. It opened up the crown chakra, and it was the sword of truth that may have led to a Five of Cups, Four of Swords healing time. But there was some kind of clarity that came to light, and it was a spiritual lesson. It was an initiation, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put the sword with the card of inspiration, because the sword can also be where the Eight of Swords is like mental entrapment. These are thoughts. I'm stuck. The Ace of Swords can represent a brand new idea, almost like it's clarity, it's truth, it's I've got there's new information that's come to light. That's why there's a massive great big bubble around it. I've got new information that's come to light that I'm going to use. It's given me the inspiration to move forward. I'm going to take both my shadow and my light, and I'm going to move in a different direction. Because I deserve this Nine of Cups. These are my wish fulfillments. But it feels like it was a spiritual lesson after a period of healing. Anything else on the Ace of Swords? What came to light? Under the moon. So something came to light, some truth, clarity or awakening. We're still in moon energy, so don't think we've had the new moon, we're now moving into the full moon. But it brings things to the surface, it brings up emotion, it can bring up old patterns. But there was some clarity that came in through moon again. There was some clarity that came in through that new moon that we've just shifted through, that has brought something up to the surface and has created this, I'm going to take this, I'm going to move forward with it. What else have we got? Anything else on the Four of Swords? So we've got the Lovers. Now, like I said before, this could either be a partnership, a romantic partnership, or it's the balancing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. That can occur like a metamorphosis in, or it could be an actual business partnership. Now, with the Two of Wands, wherever it's gone, that could also represent a business partnership. So when we see the Lovers, they're entwined, but it's also an inward entwining of the masculine and the feminine energies together. And there could have been some clarity around that. That's what the Sword is. I've found clarity around that. I know exactly what I want, what I'm looking for in another half to myself. We have the Six of Wands as well. So this is a victory march. This is time to shine. This dragon has just been birthed. He's holding it up. Everyone's looking at him. You know, what are you going to do with your dragon? Where are you going to go with it? But it is a sort of what you would get after a period of struggle, if you like. Then you move into the Six of Wands. It is victory, success, moving forward. Again, through this inspiration and having that childlike energy of, you know, this is what I can do. We've got Magician at the bottom of the deck. Let's keep going. Anything else? They let me know if they're done and I'll move on to another set of cards. So that fell out on the moon. The Two of Cups. This is about equal partnerships, both pouring into the same cup. They've got the same values. They've got the same morals. They're going in the same direction. It's balanced. I fill your cup, you fill mine. There is no lack. So again, the Lovers and the Two of Cups could be romantic, but again, it's about also filling our own cup. So whatever it is that comes out on the whatever work we do on the inside then reflects on the outside. So it could be business partnership, but it's about finding this balance with the Lovers as well. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a very astute, fiery business person. She knows exactly what she wants. She knows, and she's a magnificent manifester, but she does her shadow work. She goes into the dark. She looks at all the things that she is uncomfortable with. She hasn't got a problem sitting in the dark and going through and then alchemizing her shadow into something that can be used in the world moving forward. They're very similar. Very similar indeed. Right, let's move on to what I wasn't going to go, I'm not going back to the Druid craft because it takes up too much time. I'm going to have a look. I've got these, I call them my raven cards. They're not ravens, they're crows. I don't care. They're ravens in my hands. And see what comes out with those. Messages from the ravens. Now that fell out upside down. That's interesting. So the right way up, Four of Swords. Four of Swords again is healing. He's having a rest. He's having a lay down. It fell out on top of inspiration and moving forward. Be prepared, as you will soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration come dusk or dawn. But the fact that it fell out upside down is the fact it's moving away from. So that healing period could be at an end because it came out upside down. And maybe it was the inspiration to go running through the fields that has brought that healing period to an end, because it's very unusual that it only falls out upside down if it's being closed out. And then of course with the Chariot moving forward in a fast direction. Let's have another go. I like these ones. They're very slippery and shiny. Like, they've got a good feel to them. Even though they're the complete opposite of the fairy cards. They're good to shuffle. So what was that? That's the Chariot. So really, yeah, just confirming, obviously, the main card of the day, but the Chariot moving forward. Now, I don't know where we are in the moon, but there's a star there as well. So again, these are just, I love the fact that with this, there's two ravens pulling the Chariot. So that's just confirming that. Sometimes that's all these do, is just give confirmation to what's already come out. Anything else you need to know? That was a lot. That was a lot. So again, this is the High Priest, I think, or the Hierophant, they call him. A spiritual lesson is closing out. I'm going to put those over there. Let's see what we got. So we've got the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords is a bit of fuckery, really. As you can see, the raven has picked up the mouse and he's running off with it. It's mental again. It's disarming opponents. It's not very authentic energy. There could have been an element of that led to the Five of Cups. There could have been some fuckery going on, some mind games going on, but it's really underhand. It's quite manipulative, the Seven of Swords, in its energy, and that came along, jumped on top of the Four of Swords upside down. So it could have been, or it could be, a time of healing from that Seven of Swords energy, if it's been going on around. And then we've got the Two of Wands. So that that clarifies the Two of Wands that we had earlier, which is, it's a wand, isn't it? Yeah, the Two of Wands. So this again is a gateway, an opportunity to go through. It's got the full moon there, so I wonder whether it's between the new moon and leading up to the full moon that there is an opportunity for growth, a business opportunity, but definitely a gateway is opening up to go through. where did the other one go? Don't know, I'll leave that there. So 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is having it all. 10 of Pentacles is generational wealth. It's passed down. It can be legacies as well. It can be something that's been passed down from generation. It could also be, when I see the 10 of Pentacles, I think about mystic gifts that could have been passed down from ancestors. And when we have the Guardian with the golden ship, it's almost like, what number's that? Number 8. But the 10 of Pentacles can mean marriage and family. But I do get that feeling that it's like gifts that have been passed down through generations that's coming online at the minute, or that is the opportunity that is presenting itself with the 2 of Wands. And then the Tower. Now the Tower strikes when the foundations aren't secure, aren't strong enough. If you've got foundations built on the 7 of Swords energy, they're not strong enough. The Tower will come along. Either we create the Tower, or the Tower happens naturally when we don't want to move. So if we get stuck in situations, places or things, and we just get comfortable and we don't want to speak up, or we're not feeling like we can be authentic, if we don't actually do something about it, or we're in a job that we're unhappy about, the Tower will come along and it will just bring us right down to ground zero, and remove any energy that is not in alignment with ourselves. And that's possibly what is happening during, there's 2 moons there. I mean, this one feels like it is where we are right now. So we've had the new moon and we're kind of bang in the middle of the moon cycle. And this is where the Chariots come in. So that's 2 cards representing the Chariot of harnessing the dark and the light and moving forward under this, I don't know what they call it, halfway between the new moon and the full moon. And then it feels like, and then the moon came out, moon energy, but it feels like the 2 of Wands, the opportunity that is coming up is going to be around the full moon. So, I mean, even between one full moon and then the new moon, it's only about 2 weeks. So it's not a massive amount of time, but something has definitely shifted from the new moon, which has put us into the chariot energy, followed by inspiration to get going with something. And it's being protected. Is there a moon in there? It's being protected. It's like your ships are coming in, but it's guarded. Guardians are watching over. And again, with the 10 of Pentacles, it does feel very ancestral, that something is being passed down, but there is definitely some clarity, that truth, that sword of truth pierced through limiting beliefs, anything that wasn't around, that wasn't serving us. 7 of Swords energy, manipulation, mind fuckery. Right, I'm going to go to my labyrinth fairies because I love them. I've had these for such a long time, and I got them out and I played with them and then I put them back, and they've come everywhere with me. That's why they look so old. But their messages are very on point. So yeah, if anyone knows how to download these, I'm tried downloading it to my phone, it won't do it. So, Two of Wands twice, gateway coming up. Possibly a partnership, either in love or business. Two of Wands can represent a business partnership as well, or an agreement. But it's something that you've wished for, because we've got the Nine of Cups and we've got the Queen of Wands, fire energy, master healer, very good at getting things organised. She is like the shadow queen. What are they saying? Friends. So this isn't something that this is journeying. I'm going to go into that in a bit. But they're excited. They're on their way. I'm going to read that in a minute. Let's see. We'll get a few out of these. 46. The Sage. Wisdom and old. We've got Death, which is obviously endings, new beginnings. He's shrouded, but he has his crystal ball. So he doesn't exactly know where he's going, but he's got the intuition. The ball always represents the intuition in his hands. And again, it's a number 8. What else have we got? And then I should go through them. So we had her yesterday. This is the Dark Lady. She talks about, this is magic. Again, it's that moon on her crest of her head, but it's about manifesting creative energy. I'm going to go through that in a minute. And then Guardian of the Gate. So I think we'll stop there. That's number 3. So I'm just going to run through these. We've got the Friends. I won't read it all. They're so complex, these ones. Look at that. It fell open right on the page. Friendly cooperation with others is necessary to reach mutual goals. Willingness to give and receive assistance and support is also required. Ask friends for help and suggestions. Listen with respect and accept gifts willingly offered. Unconditional receiving is even more difficult than unconditional giving, but 4 feet are more stable than 2. Alternatively, Fair Enough and Loca may be saying that you will benefit from this time for offering support and aid to a friend. Someone you love may be needing help and too bound up by fear of rejection or pride to ask. Volunteer your help to friends. Give unconditionally from a generous, loving heart. It will do you good, increasing your store of credit for help in time of need, and it might even help them. Beautiful. Himself, number 19, is a very divine, masculine energy. Here it is. Oh no, I mean, not himself. The Sage. The Sage. Here we see wisdom. He reminds me of Mark. I don't know if anyone else sees that. Mark Russell. Here we see wisdom, deep inner understanding. One of the keys of wisdom is to organise, integrate and simplify one's thoughts. Complexity often leads to confusion. Simplicity is to be valued. This card signifies mental discipline informed by balanced learning and compassion. Tradition is valued by appropriate change, but appropriate change is accepted. The sage knows when to let go and when to move on. He knows when to retreat and think things over. He compassionately and wisely shares his knowledge with others, teaching by example as well as by precept. The scales of justice are balanced in the sage's hands. This card in a reading also signifies the need for deep concentration, refined judgment applied with compassion and mercy. Death, we know what death is. It might have different, 53 endings, beginnings. Where is it? Natural, timely endings. So it kind of goes along with the Tower, really. Something has reached a natural end. There is substantial and irrevocable change in the works. Now that's the Ace of Swords. That's clarity. Something coming to light, a truth, and then cutting ties with it. The change may be inward or outward, or most likely both. So like I said before, when we make the changes on the inside, then it has a ripple effect. And the outside can't then stay the same as what it was. And that can invoke the Tower coming in, because obviously it has a ripple effect. It is timely and naturally, but there may be much resistance to it. Leaves fall every autumn, and in the spring the trees are green again with new leaves. Make room for the new in your life and let the old go, lovingly, gently and willingly. And with the Chariot, she's moving forward. She's not looking back. The Six of Wands also represents moving forward. And then the Dark Lady, which we had her the other day, but this is the energy that is still around at the minute. Unconscious power, wisdom, rituals, mysteries and secrets. So I'm going to have to cover up her boobs, otherwise we might get in trouble. So yeah, the Dark Lady brings things to light. We may reach the realm of the Dark Lady through grief, through deep surrender, through ecstasy, or through profound ritual. This card in a reading suggests that it's time to withdraw from the ordinary world and to revitalise ourselves through retreat, surrender to Source. Unity in the Song of Ecstasy. This is a time of preparation for rebirth, of the restoration and regeneration. What is hidden is getting ready to be revealed. Celebrate this passage through the unknown, rich, fertile, hidden realms of the Dark Lady. This is a time in the natural circle of life when we open ourselves to receive the flowing in energies of Himself, when we become powerful, overflowing with life force. It may also be a time of prophecy, magic and foretelling of the potentials of the future, a time of self-awareness, self-knowledge and encounters with the hidden worlds. Meditate, retreat, seek serenity and inner peace. Now the other one I was going to read is the Guardian of the Gate. I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. Here we go, number 3. Drawing this card indicates that a passage is being made to the beginning of something new. It speaks of new opportunities and new openings. Passing through this gate may lead to physical journey, which is the Chariot. She is taking a physical journey, or she's made a decision to take a journey, either inwardly or outwardly. A mental or emotional one, or a journey of the spirit. It always leads to adventure. This gateway will also lead to significant change in our lives. The passage through such a gateway changes us. So that's the Two of Wands. It's an opportunity, it's a gateway. The gate we face may not seem like much. The decision to enter may not seem to be a matter of great moment. But the presence of the Guardian of the Gate tells us that something important is happening. It indicates that going forward through the gate is no small thing, but something to be approached with awareness and prayerfulness. Guardians. Sorry, that's just popped in my head. We are embarking on a new phase of our lives, and there will be no going back once this gate has been passed. That is the kind of transition the guardian of the gate leads us to, always to irrevocable change. We may, of course, ask the guardian at the gate for guidance and protection on our journey. That's so lovely. I love it when they come out like that. So I'm just going to hold those there. We may, of course, ask the guardian of the gate for guidance and protection on our journey, and we would be wise to do so. Alternatively, the presence of the gatekeeper in a reading may indicate that the querent is being asked to help open the gate for someone else, to help provide an opportunity for them. The job of the gatekeeper or gatekeeper's assistant is merely to open the gate, not to push people through it. I love that. I love that. So I'm going to close with a rose. And there we go. There's the barriers. It's kind of like the Chariot, but she's on a dragon instead. But again, I think that's like the full moon. So it's a period of leading. This is the Chariot where we are now, leading up to this next full moon. There's barriers to go through. Rose. Close with a rose. But it's important to ask for help and to get that inner child feeling again. I think there needs to be playfulness. I was given that in a dream the other night. I was at my mum's and she was shaving the side of her head, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And she started to look like my dad, and then this air freshener went off in the toilet whilst I was in the toilet, and all these bubbles came out and I couldn't stop laughing. So, you know, like we do need to get back into or remember, because, you know, there's kind of a bit serious out there, that we need to get back into a childlike energy, which is difficult, but it's there. It's just it's a mindset, I guess. Sub-rose, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. Is the message from the roses? Well, she's in her heart space. But hidden in plain sight is kind of like, yeah, we can see it. But she's got her eyes shut. She's using her third eye there. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the second bloom. A second chance. It's never too late. And new possibilities. I'll do a bit of tagging at the end of this, because I don't know if it's being shadow banned or not. But I love you lots.